Welcome back to Urban Strife, which is a Jagged Alliance style tactical game set in the zombie apocalypse. And this is going to be a special episode because this is the first episode in which we're actually going to fight some zombies. So far, we've mostly just been fighting like raiders, that sort of thing. But we're really going to fight some zombies this time. But not right now. Right now, we are in Little Italy. We're about to meet with Honest Joe, who's got a different kind of problem. So I think he's over here. Or is this just where his store is? Oh, there he is. There's Honest Joe. Let's all just hop his fence. Because we're polite. All right. Let's go talk to him.
Yep.
Oi there! Hello? Who's in charge here? Is this place open? Welcome, welcome. Do come in. Honest Joe's Trade Emporium is always open for business. Can I interest y'all in some firewater? Some pills, perhaps? Old Joe's got 'em all, for all tastes and all wallets. What's for sale at Honest Joe's Trade Emporium? My boys can set you up with anything forbidden, illegal, or downright dangerous. Oh, wait, you sad lot are the law nowadays. Do you pinky promise you don't arrest us or something? I have a strong feeling we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. Have we done something to upset you? Urban Sheriff's Office was doing a fine job of doing nothing until somebody decided it was a good idea to put my best customers 6 feet under. They just happened to be the Cassie boys you folks dispatched like a bunch of wild dogs. You have any idea how much business went down the drain with them being killed? Well, we couldn't let a murderer of a sheriff go unpunished. We found clear evidence they tortured and killed Sheriff Rogers. Did they? Sorry to hear that then. Me and Rogers go back a long time. Didn't see eye to eye all the time, but he was always understanding of the local business needs. So he was corrupt. And so that's... okay, whatever. I might have misjudged you a bit. Maybe you could work well together after all. Talk to my boy Bubba. He needs some help with a bunch of drunks. I'll appreciate if the sheriff's office can assist us in keeping this neighborhood safe of such elements. Okay, so I can ask him some questions here. Have you heard about Professor Ford? So my overall goal right now is to find Professor Ford, who is a guy who can help us basically listen to like encrypted radio broadcasts and things and find out about the horde that we expect is coming out of the nearby town. I think, are we close to Atlanta? I think we might be close to Atlanta. So we can ask about Ford. Nope, never heard of him. Me and my boys got all the schooling we need. Not exactly many professors in our club. Oh, who's this guy? Oh, this is my guy. That's Billy Bo. Uncle Joe, you scoundrel, your left eye still twitches when you're lying. Tell us the truth. Do you know anything about Ford or not? I know that there voice. My eyes might be weak, but I know there can't be anyone other than my favorite nephew, Billy Bo. Imagine, a Hicks boy playing sheriff. Your old man must be rolling in his grave. Anyways, what was you asking again? Ah, yeah, Professor Ford. Ford. Well, come to think of it, we had a lunatic drop by the other day crying about how bandits stole his house. Who cares? I said if you can't defend your home, you don't deserve a home. That's how it goes these days. He stormed out in a rage. Haven't seen him around since. So that was probably him. And then, how you get along with the other nearby camps? Let's hear what he thinks of the other factions. That there bunch of fanatics who worship them stinking undead, and don't get me done started on the stench that's coming from the port when the wind blows this way. Only because the army boys are too lazy to take their guns and deal with the damned horde. We don't have orders. Really? I'm losing business each day because of both groups of idiots, and my patience is running really thin. That is what you should know. Okay, so we've got a locked clue here. I'm going to say farewell right now, and I'm going to save scum. Because basically with each of these locked clues, you get one chance to unlock it, and you got to say the right thing, and I've forgotten what the right thing is here. Hey, let's calm down here. There's no reason to point fingers. Can't we just settle this like decent people? So I can either bribe him or confront him to stop covering for murderers, which is like the Cassie game. I think I need to confront him. Unlock success. Okay, I admit. Some of that might have been my fault. Basically, I forgot to read some of the dialogue, but basically, we're blaming him and the crazy drugs that he offers everybody for the fact that the Cassie gang went so crazy and killed our people. Might have mixed up a few herbs for more of a kick, but I thought they would drink themselves under the table and be quiet for a while. I realized something was wrong when my workers got high on the same batch, but by then it was too late. So yeah, he's known to mix the alcohol he peddles with cheap hallucinogens to increase its potency, which is very, very similar to what the zombie worshippers are doing. Anyway, He wants me to go talk to Bubba. So, all right. The names of people in this game. We got Billy Bo and we got Bubba. Like, really? In like the same family? Is that how that works? All right. Hey, boss. I think you've heard me comment in my previous episodes already about sort of the stereotypical representation of people from the American South. It's a little off for me, but I guess we'll go with it. Hi there, friend. Do you have a minute? I'm Bubba Gimme. I can be your friend. You really want to be Bubba's friend? Yes, Bubba, we want to be friends with you, with Joe and everyone here. Bubba likes y'all. You're good people. Not like them drunk, bad moonshiners. Lazy and drunk all day to make fun of Bubba. Even hit Bubba in the head. It really hurt. We don't like that sort of thing either, Bubba. Where can we find these bad guys? They hide in the houses. They steal our liquor, get drunk, and don't work. Good moonshiners work hard all day for us. Joe Boss is very angry with the drunk moonshiners. He sent me to fire them. That's when they beat me. You think Boss Joe will be happy if we get rid of the bad moonshiners, Bubba? Joe will be very happy. Bubby will be most happy. Everyone will like to be friends with you, but watch out. Bad people are very drunk and very mean. They will make fun of you, maybe hit you in the head, too. Bubba likes you. I don't want you to be hurt. Oh, so now he speaks in the first person? Thanks, Bubba. You have a heart of gold, my friend, but I think we can handle those guys. You don't have to worry, okay? Okay. So, in my first playthrough of this, I actually bumped into the drunk moonshiners before I ever met Bubba. So, they were actually already dead by the time I got here. So, I'm going to save real quick, just in case something goes horribly wrong.
Yes.
But I'm pretty sure it was around this house. I think I went up this way, and they were kind of long distance from me. So, I'm thinking maybe what I want to do is sneak up maybe inside the house. If I'm remembering right, and this is where they were. Let's drop down to the lowest level here.
I am a ghost now.
Looks like we've only got this one door.
Moving quietly.
That's not going to put us in the best position if they are out here where I think they are. So what I think I want to do, actually, is flank them a bit. So let's get our best shooters, Lucy and Kaylee.
Floating like a whisper in the wind.
And let's get them
I am a ghost now.
on either side
Discreet and silent.
of this yard.
Shh. Advancing.
And then let's make sure that my more close range guys
Stop yapping, y'all, and move.
are here. I'll have these guys stand up. We'll move these a little over.
Quiet.
Yep, there we are.
Floating like a whisper in the wind.
All right. I think we're set up to succeed here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, somebody caught us. All right. Well, it's not starting on our terms. I was just about to start it on our terms. But, oh, wait, no, I do get to act first. Okay, that's nice. All right, so Kaylee here. She's my sharpshooter. And who does she have the best shot at to just take out of the battle? I think it's this close person here. So I'm going to aim at his head. And I hit his friend's head. I mean, not going to complain. However, I'm going to complain about that. That was kind of cool. I do like that I could accidentally hit somebody else in the head. Okay, so staying crouched and moving over here is going to cost me 7 action points, which is going to leave me with 18. I'd rather be left with 22 if I could, but yeah, everybody's too far away. So I'm going to try. Okay, I'm going to step up here. I've now got 20. Okay, I'm unlikely to be able to hit this guy in the head, but I could maybe do some damage to his chest. There we go.
Too tired now.
Okay, so now she can't. I'm going to have her crouch again in case somebody shoots at her. But now, Billy Bo. Surprise! Let's see what kind of damage he can do. So he's close enough. He can shoot this guy in the head, I think. Yes. Which, whatever. Means her move was kind of wasted. But, okay, he shot twice. So he can shoot one more time, and I think he can still get out of the way.
All right.
Okay, so now he's here. Orangutan here, who's my main character. He's a terrible shot. But I don't want to run out with him and try to fight in melee with two guys out here who could shoot him. So I'm going to take a shot with my shotgun. Okay, he was actually effective. That's crazy. I've got 14, so I can shoot again, but I can't hit him from here. So what I'm going to do is set Overwatch, and if this guy comes over to get close, he's going to get shot.
Copy.
And now nobody who's left can do much, so I'm just going to end turn and see what happens with this guy. He is... Oh, he's going for the melee hit. I was not expecting that. Okay, well, Kaylee does have a knife. She's not the best melee fighter. She's more of a marksman, but I think she could do some damage. There we go. Oh, Kaylee's pissed. Kaylee's going to murder everybody on the ground, too. You take that. And you take that. And she's also going to bandage herself to get that red health back to green. All right, there we go. Well, Kaylee, you get the honors of collecting. Oh, good. That guy had a Molotov. The first time I played through this fight, he threw the Molotov at me, and he set all my people on fire, and it was great. Actually, no, he set 2 of my people on fire. And so when you get set on fire in this game, you lose control of the character for a round while they flee the area of the fire, and you can't use them for 1 round, and they take damage from the fire. And then the fire goes out, and you can have them back again. But yeah, so not only do you take damage from them, but you lose access to them, which is pretty powerful, actually. So I'm glad that that Molotov is mine and not his. Okay, so Kaylee is already loaded down now, so I should probably grab everybody, move them all together, and let Kaylee share the load a little bit. All right, so Kaylee, so Orangutan here has got a lot of space in his inventory, so let's... Oh, and actually, Orangutan really likes to use shotguns. So we're going to unload all of these shotguns, and we're going to give Orangutan all their ammo. And then, should he just carry all the shotguns too? She can carry the melee weapons, and... Oh, wait. Can I carry... Yes, I can stack Molotovs. Okay, so basically I'm giving almost everything to Orangutan, but he... Oh, wait, no. He doesn't have room for all this either. Okay, never mind. Let's give back a couple of these things. I'm not sure what the penalty is. Okay, so she's carrying as much as she can. He's carrying as much as he can. Everybody else now is responsible for carrying what else we find. Billy Bo is the one who's going to search the shelves. But yeah, I'm not sure what the downside is to encumbrance. I haven't really explored it. I'm assuming maybe you can, I don't know, can you move less? Do you have less AP? Those would definitely be effective penalties in a tactical game like this. Okay, so it looks like we've got some stuff we can donate back at home. I feel like... I thought I saw one other container, but maybe not. Alright, so now before we go back to see Honest Joe, I think we should explore a little bit. This is a new map we haven't been to before. And it's probably full of supplies. And our people really need supplies. So, well, bottles, not the most exciting supplies in the world. Let's go back down to the bottom level.
Sure.
Wait, no, I don't want Orangutan to search this stuff. I want Billy Bo to do it. Because Billy Bo's the one who's got room in his inventory. Oh, we found some moonshine.
Yep, going.
Or something like that. Found some... spices.
Understood.
Let's find some garbage. Ooh, that is a right fruitful dumpster. And we got, okay, so we got some recycling stuff. We only need one more of those, and we can build something at our base. That's one of the things we've been feeling like we've been missing,
Got any
is
plan?
the ability to expand our base. It's a whole part of the game we haven't participated in yet. Oh, and we've got another set of recycling things. So, okay, we should be good.
Yes, dear.
Yep.
Once we get back to base, we should be able to build something. And then we just got to decide what we need to build.
All right.
All right, let's go in here.
Stop
Billy Bo,
having
you're up again. Okay, we got some more liquor for morale. Morale is actually the thing we're the shortest on. Oh crap, what? What? I do not remember this from my first playthrough. I may not have encountered this. A zombie in a closet. Okay, can I shoot it in the head? Yes, I can. Okay. That was unexpected.
All right.
Luckily, Billy Bo can take care of himself. Okay, we got some hygiene products. What else we got? Probably
Yep, going.
some car parts, maybe? A rolling pin, of course. That is always what you find under the hood of a car. Is a rolling pin. Oh, wait. This car is
Sure.
searchable. Let's get everybody else out there.
Got any plan?
Oh, frying pan, jar. Holy crap, I just realized Billy Bo is really, really strong. He's got more capacity than anybody. I should be
Yeah.
having him carry more stuff. Oh, okay, and these are some unfriendly folks who do not want us stepping onto their terrain, their territory. That's the word I'm looking for. So, let's not.
What?
Oh, this is all good stuff. This is something we can use for, like, crafting we might want to do later. So that's good.
Understood.
Let's grab something here. Got some petroleum jelly. Very
Sure.
useful.
Yep.
All right.
So yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here. Like, these people might be affiliated with Honest Joe, and if they are, I definitely don't want to get into a fight with them.
Yep.
I want to be friends with Honest Joe.
Yep, going.
Yeah, let's collect all that stuff.
All right.
Let's collect all this stuff. And I'm not seeing anything in this house. So I think, oh, we got a shed in the back. Whoa. Okay, that's a nice enough shed.
Need me?
I'm worried that if we're finding zombies in places like this, this is one of the first places I'd put zombies. Because this looks like it might be
Going.
fruitful.
Understood.
All right. We're fine. Oh. Well, I guess a lot of shelves to search
All right.
doesn't mean you got good loot. Oh! Whoa, no. That looks real. What else we got?
Sure.
Okay. I'm happy about that. That seems good.
Yep, going.
Okay, but now I'm pretty sure we've looked everywhere. So
All right.
let's head back to Honest Joe's. And tell Bubba that we've defeated the bad men.
All right.
Hey, Bubba. Come here. Hey, boss! Hi, Bubba. We took care of those bad guys that hurt you. Bubba knew you rock. You're all the best. I can't even say this dialogue. You're all best friends with Bubba now. You want to meet my other friends? We'd like that a lot, Bubba. Introduce us to all your friends. So he's going to introduce us basically to the shopkeepers. This is my friend Slimy Ned. Ned is real good with grease and gas. He fixes our bikes real good. Hey folks, I'm Ned, mechanic of the group. If you need something with wheels oiled and tuned up, I'm your guy. I got the best deals on tools, parts, and gasoline. This here's my friend Bangs. Bangs has guns and lots of stuff that goes boom. I think they're making fun of him being bald, calling him Bangs. Come to Bangs if you want a sweet deal on guns, ammo, mods, or anything else that goes boom. And this is my friend Corkscrew. He has the best liquor in town. Sells to friends only. Damn right. Not only... Damn right I do. Not that firewater piss Joe's been trading to those idiot bandits. If you want the double refined stuff, come see Corkscrew here. I love how they all have, like, perfect nicknames for their jobs. Pour it into a rocket or drink it. This stuff will fly you to the moon in either case. Okay, we got some clever lines in here. It's a pleasure to meet all of you. I'm sure we'll make great use of your services. Okay, so the thing that my town is in the most dire straits about is morale. So I want to talk to Corkscrew first. Let's see what kind of stuff he has to offer. Oh, wait, he's got a locked clue. So let's see if he's got any news from Atlanta. Nah, I've been stuck here for a month now trying to put together a decent stock of liquor for our prez. I'm kind of... our prez? Who's he talking... Is he talking about Honest Joe? I'm kind of out of touch with the news. Undead problems, you say, huh? I hate them. They never pay their tabs, stinking son of the bitches. Okay, let's see what's on offer. So he has got a lot of morale stuff, but it's expensive. He's also got morphine syringe. Oh, that is probably like some really, really good medical gear. So that's nice. Yeah, he's got a lot of really good stuff that we probably want. But before we ask him about his locked clue, we're going to save. Let's save under that name. All right, Corkscrew. You mentioned something about the drinks Joe sold to the Cassie gang. Why are you saying it's bad? Did I say that? Nah, man, you heard bad. I ain't bad-mouthing my boss. You crazy or something? Okay, so if you think this is about hurt feelings, think again. That drink makes people act like rabid dogs. If Joe's peddling it and we find out he knows what it does, we're coming to arrest you all. Or I can be friendly. Listen, those morons were so drunk they were out of control anyway. But if there's moonshine out there that's poisoning people, it is going to hurt Joe's business most. Let's go with the friendly approach and see if this works on him. Success! Nah, I wouldn't worry too much. Joe will probably put that punk through a wall next time he comes to sell more cultist poison. He was fooled because he got a good price for that mix, though we'd make a killing selling it the Shady Lady. What's the Shady Lady? Is that... Maybe that's that other building I was at? Imagine that bullet whizzing by, almost poisoning your boss. Okay. Okay, so this is interesting to me because the next phase in the story after this, I'm pretty sure it's going to, like, reshuffle the gangs. It's interesting that they're setting up all of these relationships between the different factions. Like, Joe has been getting his, like, crazy hallucinogenic moonshine from the cultists that we talked to last episode. And we tried some of their moonshine, and it made me crazy because I thought I was talking to a zombie. Okay, so before we buy anything, let's see what Bangs has. He might have something that is really valuable to me. So he's got a bunch of ammo. He's got a fancier shotgun, I think. So this one, how do I compare these things? So its range is 11. Its damage, I think, is based on its ammo. So I don't know if that's going to change. So this one, its range is 10. Its noise is 25. Range is 11. What about to use it? So that's 12 AP to use this. 10 AP to use this. And its capacity is larger. So this is a better shotgun than this shotgun. So that is really worth considering. We can also get a spiked helmet if we want, which I think is funny. And he's also got, like, actual high-quality buckshot ammunition, that does 36 to 60 damage compared to my current. Why do I have no extra ammo for this? I thought I could have... Oh, no, it's here in my pockets. Okay, got it. And this does 25 to 40. So this buckshot is actually much better than the other stuff that I've got, if I want to spend some money on it. So we've got some interesting choices to make when it comes to trading with these folks. Let's go see what Slimy... I don't think Slimy Ned has anything that I need today, but let's see. Yeah, he's got gas, parts. Ooh, he's got a toolbox, though. Toolbox is like a necessity for some of the crafting that I've wanted to do. It's long-term crafting, but this is so expensive, 1320. I don't think I can sell enough stuff to this guy to buy this, unless that's the only thing I want to buy. So I might have to consider that like a later on kind of thing. But it's good to know he's got it. Now let's. I really love that shotgun in theory. And actually, you know what? Everybody needs to reload their guns. Everybody reload your guns. Please don't take this as a threat, everybody. We're just reloading our guns out of, pragmatism.
Copy.
Okay.
Sure.
So I think, let's gather everybody around this guy. I'm not sure how important it is to try to stay ahead of my people's needs back home, but I think it's worth giving it a try. So, I mean, how many bottles do I really need? I don't know. We definitely don't need a bunch of rolling pins. I don't know what fuel is eventually for. I don't think we need this. And, I'm inclined to just hold on to every crafting item just in case, because I'm not sure what they can all eventually do. We could definitely sell all of the shotguns and rolling pins. And, okay, I didn't have Lucy carry anything. These frying pans are really good for, restocking your armor, and so I kind of want to hold on to those, too. So is there anything else that I feel comfortable losing? Actually, Billy Bo should use a knife too. That knife is just plain better than this rolling pin. So let's. Hey, look. Oh no. Okay, I lost some gunpowder last episode. I couldn't figure out where it is. Billy Bo's got some. So, but I think he just picked it up. Is there anything else here that I feel comfortable just giving up? I don't think so. I guess, wait, does everybody have a fancy knife? Yes, everybody's got a fancy knife, so Billy Bo can also give up this fancy knife. But I'm pretty sure I want to keep everything else. Maybe we can use some bottles to even it out, because bottles seem like they're pretty thick on the ground. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that back home, we had more than enough food for today. And I think we were real close on medical supplies. And the fact that we've got another couple medical supplies here makes me think that we're good on medical supplies. So I think morale is the main thing we want to look for. And it looks like it's all, equally priced. So if I just buy, I don't know, one of everything, and then a little bit extra caffeine, that puts us at 81. And then I can have him do that. Give me a bunch of gold teeth that I can spend in other places. Trader profit of 1. I mean, I don't think I'm going to... Can I give him... Oh, hey, I can give him some nails. And then get another tooth out of him. What else do I have that... I don't need I don't need a lot of these. Oh, right. This, for some reason, arrows just don't count. Arrows don't give... What if I give him all my arrows? Yeah, he just does not want arrows. He will take them, but he doesn't credit me with anything for them. All right. That's good to know. But it is also good to know that I can use nails as sort of some currency. Why is Kaylee carrying so much of a... Why does she have so much shotgun ammo? That's weird. Hey. Give that to the guy who's going to use it. Though, actually, I mean, that is a lot of shotgun ammo. I've got 50 in my pocket. I got 54 here. What if I give him all of this? Okay, with all of that, I can get some carrots and some fizzy drinks and another tooth. Let's give him 4 more nails. Another tooth. All right, this is a massive trade, but we're going to walk home with so much morale. And it's going to still be a drop in the bucket when we get home. It's going to be silly. But, okay, so that's 30 minutes, half an episode, and we're going home with a bunch of morale stuff. So that's good. Let's get out of here. So I'm going to go home and drop off this morale stuff at the shelter. And then we will go to the port to check on the military. And that is where we're going to have our zombie fight. But I want to make sure that, we're traveling light. We're going to have a lot of zombie bodies to loot, so.
Yep.
So I'm not really alone. The other guy's just scattered. All right, so we're going to come over here. Talk to Martin, the recycling guy. And donate him from Billy Bo's inventory these two things. So now we have 50 construction materials. So let's have a look at all of our building plans here. So we've got, for food, we could build a vegetable garden or fishing lines. It looks like vegetable garden takes 2 workers, but also produces twice as much. And I think that's the kind of choice we have in all these places. We've got something that gives you 10 a day, but costs 2 workers. And I think, how many workers do we actually have? It looks like we have 2. So we either going to build 2 things that make 1 a day, make 5 a day, or 1 thing that makes 10 a day, I think is sort of the choice we have. But they all cost the same amount of materials to build. So let's look at our resources here. So with food, we've got 29, and we're going to lose 21 at the end of the day. So we're going to survive the day. Gas, we're going to start running low. We need to worry about that, but not yet. Not anytime soon. Health, we're going to lose 21, but we've got 30. It's morale where we have the biggest problem. We've got 13, and we're going to lose 26. So if we're going to build something, I think we should build something that significantly ups our morale, which of course is a prison. A prison will upgrade our morale. The way they justified it was, like if somebody gets like drunk and disorderly because they're so unhappy, we can put them in jail to keep them from causing any more problems. And just for like the night or something like that. This is not meant to be like we're restarting the prison industrial complex. It's much more like we have a way to handle unruly people so they don't make everyone else unhappy. So yeah, let's build a jail with our 50 materials that we've collected. Lately, my office has received more and more complaints about petty theft from the pantry and the clinic. These incidents have had a noticeable impact on the sense of law and order around here, as well as lowering the morale of our people. As you know, we've taken steps to rebuild our sheriff's office. However, policing without enforcing means little, so today we're proud to announce that the jail has been renovated and reopened. Not much of an upgrade, but at least y'all got rid of the old mattress. Could hardly take a decent nap in here without fleas and other pests crawling all over you. By the way, Billy, they fixed the door locks, too. Here, let me show you how they work. Oh, no. No. Billy's in jail. Okay. This is an unnecessary scene, but I think it's funny that they did it. Kaylee, don't be silly. Of course they fixed it. I had them Hey, don't y'all dare lock that door. I thought you were in charge, no? Didn't they? Nobody says no like that. Didn't they give you a key? Of course they did. You're the sheriff. Let's head to the kitchen, everyone. I heard they prepared a delicious tomato pie. That's your favorite, right, Billy? Be sure to join us when you're done there. They're being mean to Billy Bo. That is not fair. Y'all, I hate y'all. Stop. Don't you dare eat that pie without me. Really, Sheriff? You didn't bother just asking us for a key? Never mind. Let's get that unlocked for you. Well, I'm glad that our character isn't being mean to Billy Bo. Thanks, bud, for phasing the door through me. Now if she's done lied about that there pie, I'll be pleading guilty for murder tonight. Okay. Like, I was making fun of that, but at the same time, that was actually...
Sure.
If you're gonna have events like that where you upgrade your community, doing some kind of like funny cutscene around it, that's pretty cool actually. I think that's good.
Sure.
Okay, so we've built that. So now let's go talk to somebody else about donations.
Sure.
Wait, who do we talk to about medical donations? Fiona. So if we talk about donations, oh, actually, yeah, we can just. It was building that would let us look at our stuff. So yeah, so she wants medical donations. We've got medical supplies. think that's it. That's all we got. So now we're up to 32. That's good. But what I actually wanted to do was talk about building plans, because this will let us look at our options here. So, okay. So now we've got 13 morale, and instead of minus 26 a day, because we've built that that facility, that jail, now we get an extra 10 a day, so we're at negative 16 a day. So we only need to donate 3 more morale items, and we are in the black with morale. So let's go talk to Ellen. And let's donate all of this morale stuff that we got. Is that everything? I think that's everything. So now we're up at 24. Minus 16 a day. We're going to have 8 left at the end of the day. So we now have our entire community in the black. We're making a profit on we're not in the black. We're still in the red. But we're not going to run out tomorrow. That's what we are. Someday I'd love to get in the black. That'd be great. But right now we're still in the red, but we're not going to run out today. We're going to run out in the near future. And while we're donating, let's give Kimberly, I think, anybody else carry food? I don't think so. Okay, so yeah, let's donate that to Kimberly. And
Sure.
we're good. Let's have a look at everything else we've got. So we're going to keep these frying pans because they're very, very useful for making armor. I think I should probably keep the gold teeth with me. Now, electronic parts. I'm not sure what those could be used for, but I kind of want to hold on to them rather than immediately donating them. Okay, so yeah, there's our gunpowder. Again, I don't know. Let's go to crafting again real quick. Let's say, what if I wanted to craft some ammo? How much gunpowder does it say I have? It says I have 8 gunpowder. Where is that remaining 6 gunpowder? I don't know where we've put it. It's so weird. Okay, anyway. That's a problem that I noticed last time, and I'm just very confused. So keeping some nails on hand. I mean, we have so many nails. Keeping some nails on hand for currency seems like a good idea. Yeah, let's also hold on to this. I kind of feel like we should even grab some more nails. Like, we don't need to, There we go. Yeah, we don't need to bring, all the nails in the world, but we should at least bring some so that we can... And, yeah, between these and these, I'm already sort of, pretty weighed down, so... What else do we have that we need to get rid of? Let's see. Seems like we're good. All right, let's head to the port.
Of course.
And fight some actual zombies. So, I get the impression that at the port, you're actually meant to be able to stealth through the zombies. But when I played it originally, that didn't occur to me. I just wanted to shoot some zombies. And so I got into a much bigger zombie fight than I expected. But I still survived. And so because I've survived it once, I feel confident that we can just deliberately get into trouble with these zombies, and everything will be fine. Halt! You're entering a designated military quarantine zone. Identify yourself or we will shoot. Stand down, soldier. My name's Orangutan. We're at the local sheriff's office. We're investigating a missing persons case. We need to see your commanding officer. The local sheriff's office? All right. Follow me to Sergeant Kowalski then, sheriffs. Do you really call the people who work for the sheriff's office sheriffs collectively? I don't think you do. Sergeant, sir. A delegation from the local sheriff's office is requesting an audience, sir. Hello, sir. I'm Orangutan, and we're here on behalf of the shelter. Do you have a moment, Sergeant Kowalski? At ease, everyone. Sergeant Kowalski at your service. What can the National Guard do for our favorite neighbors? We've been searching for someone named Ford, Professor Phineas Ford. Do you happen to know of his whereabouts? Mr. Ford's working for us on a highly sensitive project. He had to relocate recently due to some unforeseen consequences. You mean those Cassie punks? Why didn't you step in? They went and killed Sheriff Rogers, you know. They did what? I had a talk with Rogers and asked him to sort it out since it was his jurisdiction. Damn it. So sorry for the old man. Are they under arrest now? Well, they resisted arrest. They're eating dirt. How about Ford? Us two need the professor back home. I feel bad for what happened to your boss. I respected the man. Provided Ford is done with his project, you can have him. He has his hideout on the top of the harbor master office in the container yard. You'll be going in at your own risk. It's a quarantine zone, so if you're bitten, we'll take our chances. We have that info. We have info that a new horde is heading this way from Atlanta, so our mission is critical. Say, have you heard anything about that on the Army Channel? Well, now the cat's out of the bag. That's what we hired Ford for. We received orders to switch to a secure frequency a few days ago, but our descrambler failed, and now we're out of the loop. I've sent Private Benny Ram earlier to check on the professor. You can go up together if you hurry up. Oh, here's a locked clue that I want to be careful with, so let's ask about the other nearby camps. I tell you, if I didn't have orders to stay put, I'd have cleaned up this part of town real good. Bikers that sell you poison as liquor, kidnap women for their whorehouse, and men for forced labor, 1 bullet each. Or maybe you want to know how we feel about those lunatics who collect zombies and we have to sit in this gut-wrenching stench to prevent exactly that. Oh boy, give me 1 day off, just 1 day. So everyone hates each other, cool. Let's save scum like we always do. And talk to him again. So your soldiers seem to do a fine job at preventing anyone from going in or out of that container yard. I assume you're 100% sure there are no more human survivors in there, right? They've been trained well indeed. Any other questions, Sheriff? I would hate to take more of your time. Oh, because I've got a lot of strength, I have this special option. That's interesting. That was not my question, Sergeant. Do you send a search party inside the container yard to check for survivors before you locked up the place? But I can only do this if I feel like a big tough guy. That's interesting. No, I did not. And between you and me, Sheriff Orangutan, I couldn't care less if there was anyone alive. They're long gone by now. This place was a forsaken hellhole for years. Only people living here were hobos, cutthroats, and fugitives. If they're gone, good riddance. I won't miss them. So we've unlocked a piece of information about these guys. You know what just occurred to me? So in my previous playthrough, I think I had that option, but not because my character had high strength. It was because Billy Bo has high strength. And now I'm wondering, what would happen if I got Billy Bo killed? Like, we've gotten into several fights where Billy Bo got injured. If I'd gotten Billy Bo killed, what would have happened to that cutscene that he was in? I just realized I can't get around this thing. I got to go through it. So I'm nervous about walking through this area because I think I had a bug on my first playthrough, and I initially accidentally walked into this area, and it was red. And the army just turned on me, which wasn't cool. But yeah, I think that doesn't happen when things are working correctly. So I can't go in here. I think this is the part of the port where they're just sealing it off and keeping the zombies away from people. But this is the part of the port, also currently off limits to me, where Phineas Ford's being kept.
All right.
Hi, who's there? Calm down, Private. We're deputies from the urban shelter. What's your name? Ram. Private Benny Ram with the U.S. National Guard. My sergeant asked me to go check on Professor Ford, but that nutcase is hiding right in the middle of a horde of undead. So Kaylee is a soldier, I guess. So she has like a special dialogue option here. Benny, it's me. It's Kay. How you been, my dear? You seem shaken. Is that bad? Is it that bad? Oh my God, Kay. Sorry I didn't say hi. I broke my prescription glasses. I borrowed these from my nurse and everything's a blur. I'm fine, I guess. It's just, I'm not exactly... It's hard to be short-sighted and hear such terrible, awful noises around you. So I guess I'm a bit shaken. Well, we need to go in and retrieve Ford. Guess you're sitting this one out? If you don't mind. I was supposed to check on Professor's progress. But if you're bringing him out, it's pointless. Okay, so I don't have the option to quit out of the dialogue and save scum, so let's see what happens here. See, how come Ford got permission to hide in a quarantine zone? Well, this side of the yard isn't that crowded. Sergeant's games pretty much thinned out the herd. Games? Don't tell me as you run around inside for fun. I really shouldn't say more. If he finds out I ratted him out. Okay, so I could either confront him and intimidate him or be friendly to him. I think I'm going to confront him because he's a scared little mouse. Really, Kay, don't. You don't know the woman. She'll raise hell. You have to pay for it. My lips are sealed. Okay, if this it's a stupid contest he came up with. You go in there alone at night. You have 10 minutes to harvest as many gold crowns as you can. Winner gets a day off or something. It's nothing. Just bored grunts killing time. Forget about it. Okay, so we succeeded. So now he's going away. So let's save here. Where did I put? There it is. We'll save here. And we'll sneak inside. So, this place is full of zombies. We just can't see them all yet. There's a couple down this way. I am kind of curious if I could
I feel progress.
stealth through this.
How can I be so fast?
Because
Explain this one to me.
originally, the first time I played this, I thought there were only 4 zombies in here, and so I just started shooting them. And then there were way more. But I never tried to stealth. And I'm curious. Okay, this zombie is watching this entire corridor. So basically, if I can get a really lucky shot from Lucy, I might be able to get to this door. Because she's got the crossbow. But who's in this corridor? Bunch of zombies, that's who.
I have improved.
Okay, yeah, so if she can get a headshot from this distance. Well, okay, what happens if we go around? No, this is also blocked off. Okay, so it looks like stealth may not actually be a very likely option. Like, I could have Lucy take this shot. I think that'll alert this zombie. I don't know if it'll alert all of the zombies. It may or may not. I'm going to try to play through no matter what, but let's give this a try. So, do I want to take aim at his torso and try to get 2 shots off and kill him that way? Or do I want to actually try to get the headshot? And I don't know, firing a crossbow and missing, will that alert the zombies? I just don't know what the rules are. So, you know what? I'm going to try for the headshot, probably miss, and see if that alerts the zombies. Oh! Okay, I got him. But it looks like this zombie is now curious. And now things got bad. Okay.
Understood.
We're going to back Lucy up a little bit. Okay, so now we've got a bunch of zombies who were curious. So, we could just go loud at this point. Or we could try to handle these guys in melee. The problem is, I don't think I can... They're going to come in and they're going to hit me first. Before I get the chance to hit them. Because I don't think you can Overwatch with a melee weapon. I could be wrong about that. But I don't think you can. So I think we might actually want to go loud here. So I'm going to stand Orangutan up. I'm going to run him over here. And I'm going to Overwatch for the zombies coming around the corner. Oh, wait. This might be a zombie spawner over here. Huh. In the tutorial, you see a pile of bodies. And it spawns zombies and you have to, like, take it out. So these guys don't know about us yet. But they'll probably notice as soon as Orangutan fires. So I could preemptively try to take them out with Kaylee. She has a pretty decent shot of getting 2 headshots on him. So yeah, I'm going to fire. So that's definitely alerted everybody. Okay, and that's a miss. So Kaylee's probably going to get hit by this zombie in particular. But I think we're going to have multiple zombies coming around this corner. So I kind of think, Billy, we might be smarter
Understood.
to have Billy Bow take one of those guys out. And I think that's everybody's stuff. Let's back Kaylee up just a little bit.
Roger.
Make it less likely that a zombie's gonna be able to get to her and attack her in the same turn. And we'll end our turn. So Orangutan is gonna take a shot. Oh, didn't take him down. Okay, this is ugly. How many of these zombies are going to attack? Okay, we got scraps on the left leg. That was it. Okay. So, we do have explosives.
All right.
If we can get clear of these zombies.
Copy.
So the question is... Okay, so we need to get Kaylee out of the way. She's got... It takes her 18 to fire twice. So she can move far enough to use 6 AP.
Okay.
So she's going to do that. Headshot that one. And headshot that one? Nope. Oh, I just realized my head was blocking that one. That's why she couldn't hit it, because my face was in the way. Oh, no. Okay. So now, who is going to actually be throwing things at these zombies? Lucy's only got a smoke bomb, so not her. For her to fire her remaining 2 metal bolts, she'll need 20. Okay, no, she's only going to be firing once, no matter what. So we're going to move her here.
Copy.
And, oh wait, no. Here. And let her take a shot at one of these civilians.
Bullet slow. I have new skill.
I really don't like that. Okay, let's... And then we'll... So Orangutan is the one who's got Molotovs. That might not do enough damage up front. We might want to use Billy Bow's aerosol bomb. Or both. That costs 15 AP to throw.
All right.
16 AP for this. So that means Orangutan can move 11. Let's see what happens with the Molotov. Let's use the Molotov. Okay. I think that'll hit everybody. Okay, so it sets them on fire, but it looks like it's going to take its time to kill them.
Copy.
So we might want to
Copy.
back Billy Boa up a little bit and try his mail bomb. Let's see what happens. His nail bomb. See what happens with his nail bomb. Okay, more damage. One guy went down. The others are still kind of okay. So that nail bomb, not as impressive. Billy's got just enough to shoot at this civilian, so let's do it. By the way, I keep calling them civilians. That makes me feel like I'm like, committing some kind of war crime. But that's what they say, undead civilian. Okay, so we're kind of in trouble, actually. A lot of us might get attacked by zombies. But let's see what happens. Yep, they're all converging. Okay, they're getting burned in the fire. Billy Bow is screwed. Look at this guy. Yep, they're going to take turns just smacking him. Okay, stop it. Okay, they're all still taking damage. So Billy Bow has got to get the crap out of there. Who else has got bombs?
All right.
Lucy? Smoke bombs.
Yes.
Kaylee? She's got a nail. I think, okay, she has nail bomb. What was it that he threw? I don't know. Okay, so Lucy, she's got 1 metal bolt.
Gun,
Really?
more bullets.
Really? You missed at that range?
Reload done.
Okay, it was going to be very important to me to make that zombie go away. And now she can't even fire. So I guess I'll just back her away.
Okay, moving.
Because I wanted Kaylee to use her bomb to try to damage more of these zombies.
All right.
Okay,
Here.
let's switch Orangutan to his knife.
Let's go.
He's pretty effective at short range, but
Taking point.
that's it. Okay, so Billy Bow. Let's let him clear out.
Yep.
And then before we do anything else with him, let's have Kaylee use another one of our... Whoa! Okay, this has got a wider range. Hold on.
Copy.
Billy Bow,
Copy.
1 more step back.
Copy.
Okay, Kaylee. I think this is going to miss all of my guys. Kaylee's right on the edge. I just had a fatal error and the game crashed. What the heck? I hit so many zombies with that nail bomb that I crashed the game. Well, welcome to early access. I'm going to reload and we'll figure out. We'll figure out what we can do. Oh, so this is what happened when I reload combat end. I'm wondering if that bomb damaged Kaylee? And that led to, like, the shelter rejecting me? Interesting. Okay, so let's reload combat start. And now we're aware of the sheer number of zombies that are going to come marching down this corridor. Okay, so, this time...
I am a ghost now.
Let's have everybody get ready for combat. But let's not fire our guns quite yet.
Ready.
And now, let's just double check. Can Orangutan be in Overwatch with a melee weapon? This claims he can.
Yep.
Let's see if that works, if that actually works. Because this is looking like we can... Are we trying to say that like we'd run up and attack somebody who went into that space? I'm not sure.
Understood.
But this might go better for us.
Copy.
So this is right after Lucy took out that zombie over there and alerted a nearby zombie. So let's see what happens. So this zombie sees us. Yeah, you can do melee Overwatch. And combat just ended. Holy crap. I don't know if I've seen a game like this do
Something like a whisper in the wind.
melee Overwatch.
Discreet and silent.
I'm wondering... I mean, I'd still like to kill all these zombies and... Oh, wait. We've got a... Did a lot of those zombies come from that spawner? Before we deal with these zombies,
Moving in quietly.
let's scooch over here real quick. Oh, crap. Okay. We got a zombie that sees us, but I don't think everyone has seen us.
Roger.
Yeah, we just got combat end again. Hey, Billy Bo, stay with the group, please.
Y'all move.
Copy.
Okay, so it looks like the spawner itself has got a sight range.
Moving hidden.
Now, I don't know what happens
Moving
if we set off a Molotov. Like, how loud is a Molotov?
Quiet.
I mean, it's at least the sound of breaking glass and the sound of fire. It can't be as loud as, like,
I am a ghost now.
like a proper bomb. So if we fire off a Molotov, is that going to bring everybody down on us? I'm not sure. But we're going to give it a try. So a Molotov is supposed to shut down a spawner. Oh, I had to stand up to throw it. So I definitely got seen. So, okay. So I'm going to go into Overwatch mode for any zombie that just gets in this area. Similarly, I guess we might as well have everybody stand up. Except Lucy. I
right.
think... Oh, I don't know. Maybe... Oh, things are going to hear us if we take another step. Let's
All
see.
right.
All right. I'm just thinking...
Floating like a whisper in the wind.
It might be good for her to at least try to... Yeah.
I have new skills.
Headshot that zombie. But it looks like that is not the only zombie that has hurt us. So... Let's have
Yes.
everybody... I don't think zombies are
All right.
coming up behind us, though you never know. All right, everybody's ready to go. Actually, Lucy, let's have you reload, just because you've got the action points. Might as well get it done.
Reload done.
And let's see what happens. Okay, yeah. Oh, the spawner is spawning some zombies. Okay. Oh, I attacked both of them. Oh, wow. But, okay, so I actually... Okay, so I put Kaylee in danger because I didn't actually cover a wide enough area. Interesting. Okay, so let's have Kaylee
Yes.
move slightly over here. Stabbity, stabbity. Stabbity, stabbity.
You're rather good at this.
And combat's over. Oh, this is great.
Yep.
I genuinely did not realize in my last playthrough that you could do stealth combat like this. Where we just sort of piecemeal working our way through the zombies. Okay, so we've got another spawner over here. I'm wondering,
Advancing in silence.
can I get a Molotov
Eyes peeled, ears open.
over this van? Okay, it looks like things can actually get between here. Okay, so what do we need? Oh, Kaylee's bleeding. Stop it. Stop bleeding, Kaylee. Stop it. One thing to take note of, I didn't realize at first that bandages have multiple uses. So I avoided using bandages at first, thinking that I was just going to exhaust them, and I didn't have very many. But actually, each bandage can be used multiple times. Okay, so let's not have Kaylee on the front line, because she's already wounded.
Advancing.
We can have Rangatang on the front line-ish. Actually, let's have Billy Bo standing here
Stop yapping, y'all move.
so that he can, like, melee anybody who comes in. What happens if we stand everybody up? Okay, looks like we've already been seen as soon as we stood up, but that's okay. We're going to use our Molotov to try to take out the spawner. And then,
Yup.
can Lucy Well, not very effectively, no. I don't know if we've alerted these zombies. So I'm going to have Billy Bo overwatch this tiny corridor here.
Here.
And then
Yes.
I'm going to have Kaylee
Sure.
similarly overwatch here.
Copy.
All right.
And I guess
Understood.
I'll do the same thing with Lucy. Because I don't think she's going to take a zombie out in one shot with her
Ready.
item, with her crossbow. And I guess, you know what, I'll have Rangatang. Oh, he can't. Oh, he can't anything he can't run to, he can't guard with melee. Okay. So that means Billy Bo's kind of on his own here. How do I get out of that? Okay. I guess I'll just stay put, and I'll be ready to run in and attack anybody I need to run in and attack next turn. Okay, so we got some slightly damaged zombies going through a fire. They are rushing into Billy Bo's face, but okay, so yeah, you got to really learn how to use this. Oh, he missed. You got to really learn how to use this Overwatch, because as soon as a zombie steps into your Overwatch range, you're going to run up and attack it and interrupt it. And so I probably should have tried to set it up so Billy Bo would do it and basically only let one zombie at a time into this area instead of running out to the edge where he has to face two zombies. So he can take those two out. And then he's exhausted, so he'll back
Copy.
out. And
All right.
Rangatang can step into the breach,
Understood.
but he's only going to attack zombies who come
Copy.
into the corridor. And
Roger.
now Kaylee's very curious. Okay, so these guys still haven't noticed. So just to be safe, we'll have Kaylee overwatch this area,
All right.
Copy.
but I don't think she's going to use it.
Yep.
Billy Bo's going to do nothing. Let's go. See, I think we just have this one remaining zombie. And then Rangatang interrupts, head stab, and combat's over
All right.
again.
Okay. Moving.
Okay, so these zombies will hear me if I get too
Sure.
close. So we'll get this close.
Yep.
We'll have
All
Lucy
right.
switch back to her crossbow and try to headshot this guy. We got him. Okay, combat has started, but I'm not sure where additional zombies might be coming from. There was a second zombie up here, but I feel like I should see them from where I'm standing. So I'm going to be careful. And we're just going to overwatch with melee
All
with
right.
everybody.
Got any plan?
Yes, dear.
What?
And we'll see who
Yep,
might have
going.
witnessed that.
Copy.
Combat end.
All right.
Okay, so I feel like I should still do like a more thorough check of this whole area. So let's look down each of these corridors we haven't looked down yet. Okay, I don't see any zombies down this way. I do seem the zombies we've killed have dropped backpacks, and there's some searchable containers. I've been ignoring that question
Eyes peeled, ears
just because I
open.
wanted to worry about, you know, getting attacked first. So is there anybody in here?
Don't move.
Is there anybody back here? All right. Yeah, no, this
Moving here.
was great. Like, I got to say, like, I play a lot of turn-based tactical games, that that nominally let you do a little bit of stealth. There's certain missions in XCOM that let you do a little bit of stealth, but there's a lot of them. Basically, they want their goal is to resolve into some kind of big dramatic battle, and so usually they let you do a little bit of stealth up front. But as soon as things start to get real, like all hell breaks loose. This game let me basically piece apart this bunch of zombies, and basically just this I did survive. This is a survivable combat. If you make a bunch of noise, now obviously I didn't survive my first attempt, but if you make a bunch of noise, you can survive this combat. So it's not like they had to let me do it in stealth, but I was able to make it much easier on myself. My characters, their health is much higher in the end of this, because I was able to just basically take the zombies in small groups and target their spawners and all of this. Like this really makes me happy. I really like this game. All right, so I'm going to send. Actually, Kaylee is not the best one to send around collecting things. Billy Bo is probably the best one to send around collecting things. So let's have Kaylee give this bolt to Lucy, and then let's grab Billy Bo.
It tickles.
Okay, Billy. The Warcraft jokes are a little thick. Oh, we got some more morale stuff. Oh, and did Lucy shoot one of these guys? I don't think she did. I think that crossbow bolt wasn't Lucy's crossbow bolt. I think that was just some crossbow bolt. All right, let's run Billy up here. Pick up the rest of these backpacks. It's got some gold teeth, some more bolts. Some food. Yes, I'm definitely going to eat some food that I got out of a zombie's pocket. So this episode's running a little longer than usual, but I think that's okay. I think this fight was worth it. Get some nails. So zombies don't have the most valuable loot because they're not armed to fight you. But that's all right. There are a lot of them.
Yep, going.
So that makes a difference.
Sure.
So to remind you, we're here to find Phineas Ford. So
course.
we're going to come inside Ford's house. And the first thing you do whenever you're meeting somebody new is you definitely steal all of their stuff. So that's what we're going to do first. I'm going to take all this stuff, including morale stuff, which we're pretty short on. I feel like we're going to end this session sitting kind of pretty when it comes to resources.
All right.
Yep, we got more food. Okay, I think that's all of the containers.
What now?
Of course.
Let's go upstairs. We can go upstairs, right? Oh yeah, I think you just have to like target floor on the other side of a ladder, and you'll climb up. Everybody, take your time.
All right.
Okay, while Haley's coming up, Kaylee, we'll talk to Ford. Who's there? What do you want? Professor Ford? I'm Sheriff Orangutan from the shelter. We're here to escort you home. Leave me alone, folks. I'm perfectly fine here, and I have my undead guards to keep me safe. I'm also busy with a project, so if you don't mind. Professor, we have a dangerous new horde coming this way. Mayor Adams personally asked me for you. As for your undead guards, I'm afraid we got rid of them to get to you, so you're better off coming with us. By the way, I like that, like, a lot of these conversations, somebody puts up some resistance, but my character immediately just like gives it to them straight, and they're like, oh yeah, you're right, I should do what you say. At least those undead you destroyed put up a fight. I've been driven out of my home by some local punks, and neither you nor the National Guard bothered to raise a finger to help me, so excuse me if I prefer to take my chances here. Professor, we dealt with the Cassie gang. Sheriff Rogers lost his life doing so. Whatever ill will was between you and the shelter, it needs to be set aside. Atlanta's fallen, and we need our radio fixed to keep check on the horde that's coming. Rogers is dead? Sorry, friends. I knew the old boy since we were kids. Yeah, don't worry. I'll come. By the way, I love how much we're drafting off the reputation of this one sheriff who died, who we've never met. I'm finished with my work for the army anyway. Let's just stop by and deliver my order, and then I'm yours. You said Adams sent for me, eh? I could lie or be polite. Let's be polite. He gave the order at least. Does it matter? The town's about to be overrun with undead soon. You're right. These are petty squabbles. I'll eat my pride once again and come back to help those ungrateful bastards. And fix the damn radio. Probably somebody forgot to plug it in or something. Let's head out. The sergeant is waiting for this discrambler he had me fix. All right.
Okay.
So, if we had stealthed our way all the way here and left zombies, we would have to fight the zombies with Ford. But we don't have to. So now we gotta wait for everybody to, one at a time, go down this ladder. I mean, people complain whenever a ladder lets characters sort of clip through each other and stuff because it looks weird. But this is the alternative, is slowly watching everyone go down a ladder one at a time, as a general rule. Theoretically, you could probably set like a cutoff where somebody can start at the top as long as somebody else has you know, gone down to the bottom, but then they could land on each other at the bottom. I don't know, it could be kind of weird. One thing I'm curious about. Can I take Ford's stuff? Now that he's in my party. Yeah. Yeah, I think I can. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to... Let's unload. Okay, it was loaded with bird shot. Let's load it with nail shot. I mean, I feel guilty, so I'm going to give him back my shotgun. Yeah, I do. And I'm also taking his glasses. I feel like a bad person, but not enough to
Got any
stop.
plan?
So let's go over here.
Sure.
I wouldn't be surprised if at some point they create a special state for NPCs that join your team that doesn't allow you to take their stuff, or maybe just a special state for their stuff, like they've got a favorite thing and you can't take it from them. Because, like, if we did run around and fight with this guy, like if we had to get into a zombie fight, being able to restock him with ammo, being able to mess with his inventory that way would be good. So I can understand why they let me control his inventory. But, and also, especially as an early access game, low priority problem to solve, the fact that I could take his shotgun. And so they very well could have an intention of, like, having there be a special situation for NPCs with favorite supplies.
Understood.
That you can't just steal from them. But for now, this makes sense. All right, so we've got... I think we can eventually shop here, but first, let's come over here. Because I think we're supposed to talk to somebody. There we are. Sergeant Kowalski, I was just on my way to see you. I finished your descrambler. It's not my greatest work, but it should do the job. Should plug right into your radio set. I appreciate your help a lot, Professor. I suppose you'll be heading out now? Yep, my people need me. And the shelter is my life project, one I never got to complete. I'll leave you with your young friends. I will leave you with my young friends now. I must go ahead and pack some of my tools. Goodbye, Sergeant Kowalski. So I stole his shotgun at the last possible minute. He's going to leave. Stay safe, Professor. Benny Ram, see that the sheriffs get introduced to our store clerks. Anything they need, they get it. So just like with the other groups, we get introduced to their store clerks. So let's go do that.
Yep, going.
And just in case we have some of those locked clues here, I'm just going to save real fast.
Sure.
Hi! Who's there? Hi there, Benny. We'll be heading off now. Is there a place to get some supplies around here? Yes, of course, Sheriffs. Come meet my friends, Lowball, Deadeye, and our lovely nurse, Cuts. Everybody's got a nickname based on what they do. I can't complain. I made up so many nicknames like this in State of Decay 2, but they were randomly distributed, so not literally everyone got one. They can get you out with anything. Anything Uncle Sam provided us with, of course. Private Lowball, reporting for duty. I'm the squad driver, builder, and quartermaster. I'm Uncle Sam's favorite nephew. I always get the best stuff at the best prices. He looks kind of like James Dyer from the Pilot TV podcast. Please excuse Lowball, sheriffs. He used to be a car salesman in the past. I'm Deadeye, the gunsmith of this outfit. Of course you are. We normally don't trade with civilians, but for law enforcement, we'll make an exception. Hello, friends. I'm Nurse Cuts. I'm pretty sure your place back home has a clinic, right? If you or your doctor need medical supplies, I might have some to spare. All right, so I think we had Billy Bo collect all the stuff, right? So he's got all our stuff. Anybody else have valuable stuff? Oh, well, so glasses I think you can use to craft a scope, so I'm holding on to those. But we got the nails and the teeth with orangutan. Okay, so maybe we should just pre-decide what stuff we're willing to sell. Lucy probably wants that metallic bolt, these bolts. Orangutan can grab the teeth. Don't we? I think we already have a hammer at home. So if we need to sell a hammer, that's a thing we can do. I want to keep all of the things that are like legit supplies. So yeah, I think that's about where we stand. So we don't have a lot to sell. But let's find out at least what these guys have. So here's Lowball. Let's see what you got. Lowball has got... Okay, so if I need things like wire and duct tape... Ooh, he's got a toolbox, too. Required perk, Grease Monkey. You know what? I don't know much about perks. I need to find out about perks. We'll worry about that later, though. Okay, so he's got... This is the stuff he's got. Okay. What about Deadeye? Deadeye's probably the one who's got stuff I'm interested in. Oh, this wrench. This wrench is necessary for some crafting stuff. Honestly, like, I'm convinced enough I want this wrench. I feel like I should just grab it right now. We can sell him a hammer. And some nails. To get the wrench. Okay, that's good. What else has he got? Smoke grenade, sure. Oh, he's got fancier crossbow bolts, which we could grab. But we've already got a couple of pistols at home. We don't need these. But he's got the ammo that Haley fires, and that's pretty valuable. I think this is the rifle that Haley fires. So how much ammo does Haley have? She's got 28 right now, and so we can. She's got 26 extra shots right now. I mean, I don't think she's going to run out anytime soon, so I don't think it's an emergency. Lucy is actually in greater need of fancier ammo. So let's see. So we said Kaylee's got 26. So if we rounded her out to 30, and then so these hunting bolts, these do 32 to 56 damage, and these military bolts do 48 to 84, and they're not that expensive. Like, you know, they'll cost us a few teeth. But that's not too bad. I guess we could go grab Kaylee another few. Just to make sure she's got everything she needs. And those 3 military bolts, I mean, Lucy's going to save those for a special occasion. So maybe we should give her some hunting bolts too. So she's got basically a magazine of these. I could buy more stuff, but I think we're probably okay. I don't know. Let's get her 2 magazines of these hunting bolts. And then I think we're good. Like we've got a little bit of currency left. Oh, but yeah, I don't know. You know what? I'm buying all of this. Buying all of it. For reasons that we'll discuss at the end of this episode. Okay. Yeah, so I could grab a helmet or something, but we've done a good enough job at avoiding damage that I'm not feeling like I need the helmet. So, okay, so we've got a fancy new tool. We've got Kaylee, some more 22. We've got Lucy, some bolts that she can switch to when she feels like she needs to. Yeah, I think we're great. We're good. Okay. It's been nearly an hour and a half. Let's get the crap out of here. Wait, am I just controlling Billy? I am. Let's get everybody to the exit. Now let's get home and see how this whole deal resolves. Back to the shelter. So now we visited all the factions and brought back Ford. So that triggers this conversation. I can't tell you what a weight's been lifted off my soul when I saw you all walking through the gate. But seeing you with my dear friend Phineas... No! But seeing my dear friend Phineas return home made my day. I'm glad you decided to join us, Phineas. Despite our past differences, you know that we hold you in the highest regard, yes? See, they keep putting no or yes at the end of sentences, which is a thing that the only people who do that in English are people who are literally translating another language into English. I don't think there's an English dialect where we say no and yes at the end of sentences like that. Canada has its A, but that's about as close as we get. So it's fascinating to see, because like so much of this is written in like specific English, like American dialects. And that suggests sort of a mastery of the English language that is, like kind of impressive for a game that's made in Romania. But then you'll get things like the no and the yes at the end of sentences, which are just like wrong to American ears. And so like, I'm not sure how this was written, like that we ended up with this mix of being able to speak in like American, like stereotypical dialects, and also sometimes speaking like someone for whom English is clearly their second language. I don't know how this is coming together. And I'm fascinated. I'm very curious what the process was to get here. And by the way, this isn't like some big dire criticism of the game. If I were to try and create a game whose primary audience was spoken other language, I would make mistakes. And in fact, I remember, some of my best experiences, some of my favorite experiences working on State of Decay were times when I needed to clarify gameplay concepts to translators so that they could render them accurately in another language. And the misunderstandings that would happen were really just interesting and hilarious. Like, I would use a word in a certain way, and in context it would have all of the right implications, and an English speaker would be able to understand it and know exactly what we meant. But out of context, someone who's trying to translate the word could translate it 19 different ways, depending on what context it was. So I had to explain in detail what the context of each game concept was, so that they could figure out the right word in the foreign language to translate it to. And oftentimes the result ended up still being weird. We would try to communicate as much as we could, but with the translators, not knowing all of the context of the game, and us not speaking the languages and not being able to vet their work, and we would have a round of testers who would try to find as many things as they could, but there's just a lot of localization that goes on, and it's really really easy to miss stuff. And so we would often have I would, for instance, La Coalición, one of my viewers and the leader of a sort of State of Decay and other video game community in Mexico, he would often, when we would release an update, he would point out, here are all the places where you screwed it up in Spanish. And I would, write bugs, or like Joe Swarner or somebody would write bugs, based on that. So we would go back and try to fix it. And it was always very straightforward stuff where, once you understood the two languages, you're like, I know why you got that wrong. So anyway, I'm reacting to some of the strange decisions in the English translation here of what these folks originally, wanted to create, in Romania. But I'm not this isn't some kind of dire criticism of the game, because with the games that I work on, we make the same kinds of mistakes all the time, and they're very, very easy to make. So I don't begrudge them this. I'm just commenting on it because it's interesting. That's all. Anyway, JJ, I'm glad to see your talent of talking through both sides of your mouth is still as high as ever. But that's why you're a politician, and I'm not. At least you hired some fine folks as your sheriffs. I'll give you that. Anyways, I've got some work to do, as I promised. So Ford walks off, and now we've got him at our base, and I'm sure he'll be useful somehow. So, my friends, what have you learned? How worried are our neighbors about this new threat? Can we count on them that the radio will confirm what we all suspect is happening? Honest Joe's bikers care just to profit from everyone's misery, but they're tough, resourceful, and make a powerful ally. They offer to trade booze, gas, and weapons. The cultists both worship and control the undead, so they're not worried at all. They did mention they found a bus full of undead recently, apparently coming from Atlanta. Resource-wise, they're quite good when it comes to sourcing food and recycling junk. Sergeant Kowalski said they were ordered to secure the channel comms a week ago, so he might be the easiest to persuade. They have all kinds of army surplus to trade, from ammo to medical kits. That's a lot of information. Presuming what we're about to hear on the radio confirms our suspicions, we'll need to ponder on how to proceed. But let's head on to the radio room. I see it's already created a stir. The professor must be almost done. You lot really should thank these brave young folks who came to my rescue. Thanks to them, you have a working radio that can tune into Army secure channels as a bonus. I'm glad all ended well. Our suspicions were confirmed. You're happy to stick around too. Let's see what the Army boys are talking about. If indeed there's an evacuation ongoing, the Army chatter on the secure channel should be quite intense. Let's eavesdrop a bit. An automated emergency broadcast, not a drill. Atlanta compromised. Containment failed. Units advised to fall back. Prepare for contact. Large masses of infected. Well, friends, that pretty much says it all. That broadcast confirms our worst fears. There's a large horde forming in the city, large enough for the Army and the CDC to fall back. And we all know sooner or later it'll start roaming this way. What you really need is to ask yourselves is whether any of these neighbors of yours will raise a finger to help you or just sell you out. Look what happened to me. Kowalski couldn't be bothered to help Sheriff Rogers. I had to run. That poor man was killed. That Honest Joe was a sleazebag who sold the spiked booze to the Cassies, but I wouldn't dismiss the resources his organization has. Those cultists who worship zombies as their neighbors? Ugh. Such fanatics would gladly let the Horde turn us all into pure undead. Our goal should be the survival of this community. Anyone who puts that at risk for profit, for some weird religion, or because of orders is no friend of ours. Second, we don't need a gang war outside our shelter right now. We need a council vote on this. Let's get everyone together. So this is where I'm surprised by the story. Where basically what we're about to see is that we have to choose one faction to befriend and the other two to drive out of town. Which seems like, I don't know, like I feel like in a lot of games that I've played that have this kind of faction setup, sometimes they do make you choose a faction, but in a situation where like it feels like choosing one and pissing the others off makes sense. But in this case, I'm like, this is a threat equally to all of us. Like this feels like a situation where like the ideal is Ben is trying to sort of correct people's differences and band together, and usually that's the message of games like this. So I'm kind of surprised that what they're going to do is lean us into the idea that we cannot reconcile the differences between these folks. And they have tried to set this up. Like every time we ask one of them about the other two, they have horrible things to say. And so I thought that was setting me up with a challenge, like a diplomatic challenge. Like I'm going to try to bring these people together. But no, we're going to accept that they cannot work together and instead choose one to be our partners and drive the others out. Not like murder the others, but make them want to leave. And I guess you can say that if there's this big horde sweeping through town, making someone want to leave is maybe doing them a favor because they'll be out of the line of fire of the horde. So like you can justify this, but I guess I was really surprised by it. And just as a player, my ambitions ran against this. Like I kind of wanted to pursue a path where I would bring everybody together. So the fact that I don't have that option, or I can't even consider it, just like felt a little weird to me. I'm like that is ludonarrative dissonance, you know, like this isn't what I want to do as a player and as someone who's embodying this character. So anyway, so I just wanted to have my little spiel about that, but at the same time, like structurally I get it. They've built a game around the idea that you will choose a faction and that will characterize the kind of community that you're building. And that is cool. It's just the details of the context just made me want something else from the story. So anyway, but you know, this is the way the story is. We're gonna play it out and see how it works. So let's go and join the meeting. I must call on you all once more, my fellow council members. As you know, our deputies have been making contact with the nearby camps, calling for a united front against the incoming horde. Sadly, they found out that these groups hate each other so much, they would make the shelter implode if we were to open our gates to all of them. Long story short, we need to cut the Gordian knot and pick an ally, then somehow determine the rest to leave. Considering the state of this shelter, irrespective of my feelings towards Honest Joe, I'm inclined toward the bikers. They have the know-how and the parts for what we need. End of story. Not that Joe's my uncle, but he's also a Hicks, and y'all should know that's a name that goes a long way out there, all right? I would advocate to keep the soldiers close by. Kowalski's squad is in communication with the Army HQ, so they can call the cavalry if need be, and they're the best equipped to deal with a horde, if you ask me. The thought of my Benny being dragged away from me, it would kill me. Please, folks, think of what that would do to a mother. So apparently this is Fiona Ram, the mother of Benny, the bespectacled soldier. Also leaning into stereotype, being the bespectacled soldier who is kind of a coward. Okay, whatever. We need people to grow food. We need people who can sustain a long siege by the horde and not lose their mind. You do not need to believe in their religion. Just take them for what they can do. The church folks will ultimately be the best choice when push comes to shove. That's my 2 cents. That's not how you say 2 cents. I've worked with Father Joseph and his people. People speak highly of his efforts to care for those in need. He has my vote. Folks, I have the results. Looks like there's a tie. Everyone has cast their vote except our newest guest, Rangatang. So now that has become our tiebreaker. How will you vote, friend? Didn't realize I get to vote. I'm humbled. I've observed all these groups and pondered well, and now I get to choose which one we're going to do. So, in my original playthrough, which I've only gotten this far, like we are now catching up to where I was in my original playthrough of the game. I chose the church camp. And the reason I did was because when it comes to just like my curiosity about the story, the fact that they're telling this weird story about being able to communicate psychically, hallucinogenically, maybe in my imagination with the zombies, I'm just really curious how that storyline was going to play out. So that's what I chose in my other game. But because I'm playing sort of these 2 games in parallel, I kind of want to see 2 different branches of the story, so I want to not pick the church camp for playing on YouTube here, which means we're going to diverge, and I'm going to know a lot less about the missions going forward. So I think that means my options are the bikers or the military, and I think so. Just actually, you know what I should do? Can I get out of this? I can't. But I can probably go back to a save and get to this point again. Rather than making a decision right now, I think I'm going to put it up to you folks. If you've watched it this far, send leave a comment, or maybe on the day I release this, maybe I'll do a poll on my channel. I'm not sure. Check it out, see what I did. But either look for a poll or leave a comment on this video. Do you want me to go with the bikers or do you want me to go with the military? I'm not going to make the call right now. I'm going to basically Alt F4 out of the game and then reload my latest save, get to this point again, and be ready to make this choice at the beginning of episode 4. So I guess that's me committing to an episode 4. So hopefully people have been watching this, because I haven't even released the first video yet, so I have no idea if people are into watching me play this game. But if there are people watching this to this point, and you want to have a say in which direction we go, tell me, bikers or military? And we'll see what happens. So there's my subscribe button, and since I've committed to an episode 4, I guess I'll say that episode is going to go there eventually. But when I first release this, I'm betting there's going to be nothing there, because I don't even know what your decision is yet. Be some other video.